Hey, good evening, everybody. It's about 4:47 p.m. The market is now closed. We've got some after hours trading going on. I I need to do this for myself, and so I figured that it would be wise to just go ahead and do it for everybody. I need a dig account out of the S&P 500 to determine what's happening next, what's going to happen next. So, before I get into any of this, not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, manage your own risk, doing your own research. It's all just my opinion on the market. And what I'm going to try to do today is I'm going to try to figure out where the market's going to go from here. Okay, and so just kind of bear with me. We're just going to be kind of just digging into things a little bit. So hopefully this is helpful. Um, and let's go ahead and move into the chart. Okay, all right. So, we've got a count here that we've been watching, as you can see, for a long time, right? So all the way from down here at the bottom, sign of strength. We've got our 1, expanded flat here into the 2. We've got a 3, 4, going in for the 5, which completed wave 3. All right, so we had a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Now, notice, just as we're getting into this, notice how we had kind of a sideways movement. We had a rapid move up, and it happened quickly. But then here it just took forever for this to resolve. So this 1, 2, 3 took forever. 4, and then finally the 5 sped up a little bit. Then we had a little bit of a pullback. I illustrate that because I think we may be entering something very similar here. Okay, notice quick move up, and now we're just grinding sideways here. And I think that more than likely this is going to move itself up. But let me just zoom in here, uh, because what I can see, it's hard to really make sense of this when it's really just kind of moving sideways. This is something that we were watching for a while, and it's already kind of played out, right? So we had a little bit of a parabola here. We broke down, right? We broke down. We got to this upper resistance, and then we broke down. All right. What I want to try and figure out here is a channel that we're in. Taking it from this low right here, moving ourselves over. Kind of expected us to come back down here. It didn't happen though. But going sideways, we've got this touch here, this touch here, this touch here. We didn't quite make it down here, so that's very interesting to me that we didn't quite make it. And actually, we tried to attempt that again. This was just this morning, and it didn't work out. We didn't get all the way down here. So that, to me, is a little bit of a sign of strength, if you will. And actually, what I think that I potentially see here is a little bit of a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. We're trying to work itself up, right? And if this is the case, we've got a bullish slope on here, so we could be making our way up here to where we've been kind of eyeing for a while, which is this 37.77, 37.90. Like up here is where we were really looking for some rejection, or at least a bearish reaction. Um, I still think it's going to happen, right? And as a lot of you know, I did kind of wane off of some of my equity positions that I was in. As we did a pullback here, I believe it was actually probably right around where we are right now. I closed out about half of my positions. We had a deeper pullback, another pullback. This was yesterday. It looked like it was going to start again, but then it actually did pretty well today. The market did very well today. So I do believe we're probably going to make our way up here at some point in the next couple days. But what I want to see is if I can make sense of this from an Elliott wave standpoint. So if this is wave 4, we're just kind of in an ending diagonal at this point. We're in an ending diagonal where this could be looking like from down here a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making ourselves find our way up there. It looks like that's probably what this is going to end up being. So that fifth wave would then finish this fifth wave, which would then finish up. Let me just kind of zoom out here, because what we've got is we've got a 1, 2, okay? A 1, 2. I don't like at all that this took so long to resolve this wave 5. This is such a strong move up, and then we do a little bit of a pullback, and then we just kind of grind sideways. It just doesn't seem right, which is why I'm skeptical of this. I'm still going to be looking up here for some resistance, right? Obviously, we've got this guy, which we've been extending, right? This has been prior resistance. We've got a touch back here with this cluster. This obviously finished something. It finished many things. We've got a touch up here. We've got this guy right here, which we tried to poke up above, and then we got rejection. And now here we are. We're trying to make our way back up, and I think it's probably going to happen. I do think it's probably going to happen. All right, so let me go to my other chart, which is over here. We've been talking about this demand zone, which has been, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. So let's just take a look at this from all the way back here, November 24th, looking all the way over here, December 4th, and then right here being December 8th. Okay, let's just keep an eye on just that guy for right now. All right, so I'm going to delete this. Actually, I kind of want to blow this whole thing away, because what we were trying to do is we were trying to find the confluence for this to complete itself up here at 37.7750, and I think this could work. Okay, so just for the record here, this very well could be exactly what's going on, with this being a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we finish this move. So this again would be our ending diagonal. This works a little better. This works a lot better actually. So from down here, we've got our 1, our 2, 3, 4, and then we go up here for the 5 to finish that move. So I think this is what makes the most sense. This is what makes the most sense. We had a 1, 2, 3, consolidate here for a 4. I mean, it's not really a true wedge, but it is compressionary. And then we broke up above. We retested here for wave 2. We go up for wave 3. We go down for wave 4, and then we finish wave 5. I prefer this over what I previously had on the other chart, which means this guy right here, let me just change the degree, up the degree just a little bit. I'm going to change the color. I had this gray because at the time I didn't really care for it, but now I do. This is now going to be the count that I actually do like. I like this count based on this being a 3 WXY here into the 4. And then we go up here for wave 5. Again, looking at 37.7750. That works out really, really nicely. I like the way that that looks. I really like the way that it touches this the 1.236 extension. So if I go to, let me see if I can get this if I go to a 6-hour time frame and show you where I'm getting that from. So this guy right here, I'm measuring the entire correction in 2020. So I'm measuring from up here. I mean, look left, this is my 1, going all the way down here, and that 37.7750 is right at the negative, or really it's not a negative, it's a positive expansion, a 236 expansion to the upside at 37.7850. There is so much confluence. I know the chart looks really crazy right now, but there's so much confluence here. Okay, let me go back to an hourly. Just kind of zoom in on this, right? So what we have done here, we've measured wave 1, we've projected from the bottom of wave 4. Okay, so let me just kind of move this guy here really quick so you can see. Now notice the 100. Okay, do you see the 100? Watch it go up. I'm taking this guy to the bottom of wave 4, and that's right there. Let me move this over so we can see it. Right there, 37.7550. This 1618 is based off of this guy right here. Okay, that would be a perfect move up here, you know, to this 37.7850. Okay, so that's more confluence. So not only do we have the negative, I keep calling it the negative, this is an expansion. So the 236 expansion up here, 37.75. We have from this wave 1 projected from wave 4, we've got 37.7750. We've got the 1618 at 37.78 based on this little 1-2 that we've got right here. This works out so well. It works out so well that we are in this finishing move. And if this is the bottom of the 4, I'm going to remove some of this just so that we have a little more. I'm going to keep this guy up here because this is our target. Now, we understand the target up there. We're going to remove it. We understand this. We're going to remove it. All right, I'm just going to kind of clean up this a little bit. Again, wave 1, 2, wave 3 should go up here to about 3,800, right? 3,800. Let me put the 175 on here. 1.75, don't have it. Let's throw it on here. 1.75. Oops. 1.75. All right, let's take a look at this. So again, 38.53. What I'm going to do, just to check for confluence, I'm going to check this guy. I'm going to put the 1.382 on here. So let's put the 1.382 on here. So we've got the 1.236. 1.382 goes all the way up to 4,000 right on the dot. So we're going to keep our sights on that as a potential move higher after we do a pullback for wave 4, because we'll get that pullback. Okay, this is a 1-2. Again, we expect wave 3 to come up here. We do a pullback and then we can go up for our target, which is going to be 4,000. All right, probably is not going to happen in December. Just for the record, probably not going to happen. All right, I'm just going to talk about this for a couple more minutes, then I'm going to go ahead and end this out. But from right here, let's go ahead and zoom in on this. Okay, if this is the beginning of our finishing move, okay, let's get our channel. I'm going to take the channel from the bottom of this guy and move it here. Move ourselves up here. Look at how perfect that is. It's very, very, very close. Which means, more than likely, this last move right here, what we just saw, is a 1, 2, and I'm going to change the subdivision on this, 3, 4, 5. And this goes all the way to approximately Christmas. So let's say we don't get that far up, which maybe we don't. I'm going to reduce the subdivision on this. I'm going to change the color for contrast purposes. I'm going to change it to white. But this guy right here looks like a 1-2. I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works out very nicely. That works out very nicely. I'm going to use my trend-based fib extension, which I always do. This should be no surprise to you guys. I'm going to use my trend-based fib extension. We measure the first wave. We do the pullback. We figure out where wave 3 is going to be, and look at this, wave 3 sitting itself right up here at 37.50, 375 on SPY. We do the pullback, we go up for wave 5. Wave 5 technically would be up a little higher, but very likely we get a truncation, and I mean this goes all the way to maybe Christmas Eve. All right, so we're going to look for Christmas Eve for this to actually be the top. All right, that's going to potentially finish that move. We'll see if that finishes the B. We'll see about that. But this looks really, really nice. I like the way that this could finish a lot of these moves. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. Again, I'm going to be going short up here. You know, I don't like trying to catch the top, but there is too much confluence up here for me to not try. That's what I think. So that's what I've got on the S&P 500. That's S&P 500 in its current state in 15 minutes or less. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, I appreciate the likes, subscribe, shares. We're always looking to expand our Discord community, so if you need an invite, throw a comment in the YouTube chat. Share this video with your friends. I really try and focus on education and to build a hive mind mentality inside of my server, so that we can all work together to make money together. So that's what I've got for you right now. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a